And then again, this is what we're gonna help you guys. If you click with our ladies, and then you can come over to Thailand and then meet her, and I'm the one gonna make sure you okay with the lady. The lady not scam you, or she's a real
genuine person.
So for the email, we're going to put in description box.
And just what is the email? Can you just
email MyThaiDating@gmail.com.
Pook and I are out this evening in Udon Town. Just across the way there is the Mocha Hotel, and I've come to Balinese, and what it is, we're meeting up with some friends of ours. You've seen them a few times before, and it's an ongoing saga that I know that everyone is interested in, and also wanting to get an update to find out how things are going. So we've come into Balinese. We met up a while ago, and we've been sitting chatting for well over an hour. But sorry. Should have held the door there, not very gentlemanlike, was it? But so yeah, we've come over to Balinese. We've already been sitting down for a couple of hours chatting, and I've said to the couple we've met up with, I should really get the camera going and give everyone an update. So here they are. It's Pimmy and David. And for those of you who haven't seen the other videos, they met on Tinder, and that's what this video is all about. It's about online dating. It's about people meeting up. Hi David, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Hi Pimmy. Hello Pookie.
Sawadika.
So yeah, like I say, we've already been sitting down here for quite a while having a chat, and I just wanted to have a catch up with David and see how things are going for them. Okay, so like I say, we've already been sitting here for easy an hour, maybe more, and suddenly remembered the camera. This happens so often. I'll sit down, have conversations with people, and totally forget that we've got a YouTube channel and we'd like to make some YouTube videos. So, camera's rolling. How are things going? What's been going? Just give us a brief outline as to what happened since we last spoke to you. We left you at the Chinese temple, if you remember.
Yes.
What's been going on?
Well, I was meant to come back for Christmas and New Year's, but the tickets were a bit unreasonable at that time, so I decided to give it a skip.
The high season.
And worked through the cold period back in the UK, which has been
the cold season in proper Thai.
It's just been so cold and dark and grey.
Horrible.
And everything, and the usual mundane life of being in England. But, so quite a lot's happened really.
You don't have to give them full details if you don't want. No.
I found a golden goose.
Okay. That'd be nice.
We've just looked at things, tried to put things into perspective as to where we want to go with our relationship and how we want things to develop. There's still certain questions that need to be answered, like the big one, which is UK or Thailand. I think we're both split down the middle. Me leaning more towards Thailand, and Pimmy probably dead on the fence completely about the whole thing.
Well, obviously Pimmy's excited about maybe getting a chance to see England and giving it a go there.
Definitely, I think so.
We've said it before. It's so difficult there, isn't it? The cost of living.
Yeah, definitely.
The weather. The way people treat each other as well. It's so different to here. It really
the mentality is very, it's unfair to tar everybody with the same brush.
Of course it is, yeah.
The negative mentality that seems to,
it's predominant,
hold
isn't it?
strong over there that everyone has, not everyone has, but that people have.
A lot of people,
here, you got a lot of Farangs that have got a lot of smiles on their faces of being here, and
of course,
and the Thai people themselves, their approach to life, it being quite laid back.
Which probably what causes a lot of the misery in England is the fact that there's expectations and there's wants and there's things that they believe they need, which makes it such a struggle, makes it such a difficult life, because the cost of living and everything that surrounds that, and job insecurity, you know, it makes people angry. It's going to make people angry and tense and nervous. Whereas here, the expectations are much lower, and
today something happened that, you know, I've just realised now would never really happen in England. So Pimmy at the moment at home is having her kitchen built.
Okay.
She's decided that she wants to have a kitchen built, so she's gone off her own free will and back and done that. And she's obviously got builders in the house.
Yeah.
And one of the kids, one of Pimmy's children, had accidentally locked one of the bedroom doors.
Okay.
So we go back to the house to try and get into this bedroom door with a key, but none of the keys are working in the house. So what does she do? She
Where's my key?
she approaches one of the builders and says, I'm locked out of this room, can you help? Builder's like, yeah, straight away, screwdriver, drill, off, lock's done, gets in the room, no problem whatsoever.
Nice.
Must have took 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Go to a UK tradesman and say, oh, while you're here, would you mind looking at this door?
Ooh.
Well, especially if you're a woman, you know, speaking on the fairer sex's behalf.
Yeah, sure.
You know, they're going to be like, oh, well, love, don't know.
There are a lot of those who take
difficult job.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sort of mentality and like nothing expected.
And they probably, I mean, I don't know, you haven't told me this, but they probably didn't even think about adding it to the bill or were talking about cost.
Not at all, nothing expected in return. But we gave them like
You would?
£200.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, thanks, we'll just all go and buy something nice for our lunch
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
ช่างมาทำหลังบ้าน
Whereas, and like,
Different world it really is.
yeah,
ให้ช่างยัดยา
it's just such, the place itself is amazing, and like,
สว่างสกู
finding Pimmy was
ประมาณ5 นาที
the icing on the cake,
Sure.
but it was never the ultimate goal being here. Like since being here and visiting it, since watching Isan Fanang and researching Thailand, before and after meeting Pimmy, it's always been so much better than what you could wish for.
Okay, let's just imagine that you didn't meet Pimmy or things didn't work out between you and Pimmy.
Yeah.
You would still see Thailand as a place
100%.
where you would love to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you. Absolutely agree with you.
And I'd be even if I didn't have Pimmy, which I'm very thankful for that I do have her. I'd still be here and happy on my own.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to go out to a Pattaya walking street
No,
or
no.
Soy 6 or something like that to go and find a bar girl or go and find any kind of girl to make my life good.
Yeah, sure.
Because the quality of life you have here,
Just
before
coming
all
out
that,
and having something to eat, having a coffee,
yeah, absolutely.
and at the park, watching the families and
And I
enjoying
think,
themselves.
you know, I might be remiss to say this about again tarring people with a brush, but you know, if you expect that to be the answer to your problems, to come out to Thailand and meet a woman, it's not going to be. You have to be happy in yourself first.
Of course you do.
And I'm quite confident that I'm happy in myself. I wish, like everybody, wish certain things could be better in my life.
Sure.
But you know, meeting Pimmy has definitely made things much better.
So Tinder's work.
Tinder does work, by the way, yeah, as we've seen.
now is
So
ครั้งที่4เนอะ
First time here.
Yeah first time in Thailand
yeah.
first time
Four.
In less than a year.
four
Four times in less than a year,
Yeah.
He's keen, he really is keen. No, but I can understand it. You've met someone you're compatible with, you've got a great relationship, and we can see that. Not just for the camera, walking around and just watching them, observing them, the way they interact. You've got a great relationship, obviously. And
The way we communicate is key to that. You know, I think there is a certain aspect of with the Thai people. You know, they do find it sometimes a bit difficult to, you know, just be blunt and to the point and be like, I want this. But
it's like a workaround.
It's being mindful of that as a Westerner and saying, okay, right, this isn't easy for them to be like,
no,
I want this.
No.
You know, but you've got to be able to like nurture it and guide it in the conversation in the right direction. Like, our conversations are very we don't just like sit in silence or.
Yeah, but you'll observe that when you're dealing with something. If you're in a bank and you're trying to get something sorted, or Pimmy's trying to get something sorted, I get it with you all the time. And I'm not thinking be rude or aggressive or anything like that, but be more to the point and you might get things done, but it's not how it works.
No,
They're
not
very,
even, no.
like, it's like very softly done. It's like very, keep it calm, keep it down, even if what you're seeing is a little bit frustrating sometimes and illogical. Just you have to get used to doing things the way they do things. It's not worth coming here and trying to change Thailand. It just wouldn't work.
No.
You've got.
And don't,
No.
you don't want to. I'm sure you don't want to experience the fire inside a Thai woman, but
I can imagine what that would be like. I haven't
yeah.
experienced it before.
I haven't quite yet.
No, the thing is, don't come here trying to. You just got to come here, see it for what it is, and accept the way things are. You've just got to do it. You can't change everything, and it would be wrong to do it anyway. If you changed everything here, you'd end up with things that you probably didn't like back in your native country.
Absolutely. And then, as far as like you said with Tinder, it does work, but only works when if you approach it in the right way.
Yeah.
So if you approach it in the way that you want to just find a girl to,
Have a bit of fun
get
with.
sorted with,
Yeah.
then you can find those girls on there, and that'll happen for you.
Yeah.
But they're just the same ilk as you, so in the long run, one of you's going to get hurt.
Of course.
Whereas if you go on there with the approach that you want to find a meaningful relationship that's got some sort of longevity and that kind of thing, then you'll find it. You've got to still sort the wheat from the chaff. But
Sure, yeah.
it's going to happen. And
Well, you're the second couple we know with a successful relationship who use Tinder. I didn't mention the others, and I'm not going to mention their names because I've never spoken to them about whether they'd like to come on here and talk about the experience with Tinder. But they did, and they've been together for years, to the extent where he was working abroad. He took his now wife and her son from a previous relationship to the country where he was working, and they spent time there. And now he's retired, they're back here, they've built a beautiful house, and they've got an amazing relationship, they really have. And it was through Tinder. And with them, let me tell you this, she was flicking through Tinder, he was flicking through Tinder, and it was left one day. And then one day, I think she might have been cooking dinner or something, she said to her son, oh, well, there you go, you tell me if you, see if you can find a man you like the look of. And he went, he looks nice. That's the man she's married to. It was her son who found him.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, Tinder definitely works. So regarding, you're not sure about what you're going to do regarding your time split between here and England, or I know, well, I get a feeling from you that you'd love to be able to just be here. Maybe go back and visit your folks sometime, holiday, maybe.
maybe. I mean, I would go back for family gatherings, maybe, but that'd be it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I would
They're
like
welcome
to be
to
here.
come over here for holidays.
Well,
aren't they?
yeah, I've already spoken to my parents and said, would you come over here and visit? And they're like, oh yeah. So the only thing I want to take with me from England back to here is my dog.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you can do that. Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, I mean, I do think it's right that we should experience the UK in terms of what it, it's good at good points, but those only last for about 4 weeks maximum, and then you're into normal full.
Well, make sure you stay for 2 months if you go back.
Yeah.
At least 2 months, and just see. I'm not putting you off, but I've lived it. I've lived in, and you have, all of our lives. You've lived there for a long time.
Yeah.
As someone from Thailand, maybe when you first went to England, you were. I know you said that when you got there you were lonely. You'd left your family.
Yeah.
But you said you were quite excited and wondering what it was going to be like. Yeah. So that initial excitement, I know it wore thin, because before we moved to Thailand, Pook couldn't wait to get away from there and the way that things
I'm
were.
always looking forward to come back
Yeah.
to Thailand.
And it wasn't just about family. I mean, obviously family was a big part of that.
Yeah.
But also it was the way of life, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's my home, so
Yeah.
I want to die.
Well, there is that. You wasn't expecting to die anytime soon, though. But regarding the way that people treat each other in England, and
Thailand is
so you missed all of that as well.
I mean, it's not nice for those people that are, happy in England to hear that I don't want us to come
No,
across negative about
Thailand's
England.
not for everyone.
But I'm talking about England. It's not nice for us to be negative about England so much.
Yeah.
If that's the way it's coming across, it's just like it's been coming up a year now that me and him have been together.
Yeah.
And like that sort of that novelty doesn't go away. I don't believe it in any relationship. The novelty and the excitement should ever disappear.
No.
You should always keep that spark going.
Absolutely, yeah.
But for me, it's like a calling now. It's like a draw. It's constantly like I'm constantly at home going, I want to be back there. I want to be back there. Whether that's with Pimmy, which is a strong part of that.
Sure.
You know, but there's also the, you know, I miss going around, walking around Central, or coming to Udon Thani.
Yeah. And you said you've noticed it's a bit cooler here than it was the last time you were here. Yeah, it's a bit chilly at the moment. We're right in the middle of winter, but look, t-shirt, you know, you can go out in shorts and all that. And
I'm double layered.
oh, yeah, it's freezing. But no, the thing is, what I said just then about Thailand's not for everyone, meaning that the way that we talk, and I know, and I've got to be careful, sometimes I'm bashing Britain so much, but it's purely my experience of it, the way that I saw it, the way I ended up despising the place.
It's an individual point of view, isn't it?
And not everyone, I mean, I know people who are happy to be in England and they'll stay there forevermore. They haven't experienced a lot in life regarding travels, but that's fine. Not everyone wants to, not everyone's the same. But for me personally, and I sort of like sense it from you, a lot of that thing about getting away from there is your personal experience of your life back there isn't really that good.
Not really.
No.
You know, coming from a background of handling drunks every night and then, you know, just being self-employed, but mostly going from that to more recent 2 years of working on your own in the cold or something like that.
It just fills me with dread just hearing you saying that. It's
Yeah.
like, oh no.
It's sort of, I've always been drawn to the Asian sort of way of life and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even from being a teenager and that, but
It's very different for me. You know, up until probably a year before we got together, I honestly felt uncomfortable. Where I live, I've always lived south of the River Thames in England. I lived in Woolwich, Greenwich, that area, and I used to feel uncomfortable going north of the river. If I went north of the River Thames, I felt like a fish out of water. I felt really uncomfortable, and I could never imagine leaving the place where I grew up. I thought I'd be there forevermore.
Yeah.
And it's only when I went to India the first time, I've been on holiday at different places, but I always look forward to going home. But going to India, this totally different world and this culture and these different people, it was that made opened my eyes, and it was like, wow, really? And then coming to Thailand, that was it for me. I knew that before I said to you just now, before I met Pook on the flight on the way home, during the holiday here, I knew that Thailand would be a big part of my life. I didn't know how, but it's how it was for me.
Fall in love, Thailand.
Well, the country, yeah. And it was for me. And like I say, it's not for everyone. And I know I bash Britain a lot, but it's my personal experience, that's all.
for me, what made me know that Thailand was going to be part of my future was the movie Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was 14, and that was an 18 movie. I shouldn't have been watching it.
Oh,
You know, I managed to trick my mum and said it was a cartoon, and we hired it from the video shop and watching it, and that was set in Thailand. Yeah, that looks all right. Even though he's beaten,
and even at that young age, you like what you saw.
because I thought people went around beating people up, but they don't. It doesn't.
So you've had that job. So right, okay, where you are now, you're still working out how you're going to do it. Obviously, Pimmy needs to see England, like you say. You would like to find some kind of permanence here, maybe.
Yeah.
And you just got to work through it and find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's doable.
Yeah.
You know, and I really do want Pimmy to come to England, especially just to see where I was brought up.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
To see Newcastle.
Mm.
You've got to see the bridges over the time.
All the time.
Yeah, you've got to see Newcastle United play as well.
Are you going to have Fog on a Time? It's all mine playing on the CD.
Me? Gazza used to drink in my pub.
Did he really?
He did, yeah.
Oh,
When he was drinking.
Times.
When he was drinking.
Met him a couple of times. Yeah. He was drinking then, yeah. It's back in the days of Danny Baker and Chris Evans when he was out painting the town with them, yeah. And you saying about visiting places where you grew up, although we lived when we were living in England together, we were just a few miles away from where I grew up. I didn't really pay attention to it. I didn't take Pook around and show her wherever it was. And it's just before we came here. Do you remember we went out that Sunday specifically to go to every house that I'd lived in from when I was a baby up until I left home. And we did, and we went to my first house that I built, and I took photographs of every house that I'd lived in throughout my life, and I showed Pook where it was and what it was like, you know. But that's nice. It'd be nice for you to see that.
I think that the reason I wanted to see where I grew up and things like that is because you know this is a long-term thing for both of us.
Yeah.
And Pimmy should know everything.
Yeah.
You know, both before, during, and after, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And she's shown me so much here. So
yeah, you've got to.
You got to return the gesture, haven't you? So.
Well, it's absolutely amazing catching up with you guys again. It really is, isn't it? Yeah. And I'm not amazed or surprised that you're still together because it was just obvious. First time, you know, it was early days. Is it going to work? Isn't it going to work? Second time, I could see the way you were reacting with each other. It was the real thing, and you were really enjoying being with each other.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're a couple now. That's it. No going back.
Yeah. Although I'm quite soft and can be sappy sometimes, and I'm not going to be
Happy.
just settling. I've definitely hit the jackpot from where I've hit.
That's good.
Landed.
Absolutely.
Just like you would say with Pook, you've hit the jackpot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too.
Yeah, she's done all right as well.
Yeah. I wouldn't say the same about Pimmy.
She knows.
Pimmy could probably do better.
Oh, we're compatible, we have a good time and we really enjoy life together, so that's what it's all about, isn't it? Yeah. Fantastic seeing you guys again, it really is. Thank you so much for doing another video for us.
No, thank you.
And also, I wanted to do this video talking about the Tinder thing, meeting online, because the next part of this video is about Pook's latest venture, and I'll get onto that in a minute, with Pook. Hi there. Pook has been with me for more than 10 years, and Kay, Pook's friend, has been in a serious relationship for a long time, my friend Desi, and they recently got married. Mm-hmm. They're often asked about life with a foreigner, how we met, and ultimately if they can find partners for their friends. Speaking about this over coffee one evening, Pook and Kay decided that it'd be a good idea to set up an introduction company. They both had many friends who have spoken about meeting someone, and this is where they decided to start. By helping their friends get in contact with people who just might, be potential partners. Nothing like the usual dating sites with hundreds of girls' pictures and unverified guys pretending to be airline pilots or more. This is going to be a much more personal experience. So Pook, how do you see this working in a way that's going to be different to any other introduction or dating site?
Well, I think what we are going to do, we are going to make it small.
Start off small.
Yes, and very personal.
Okay.
Okay, and you can see too many dating sites. They throw a lot of picture in it, profile in it, and then they pretend to be someone.
They're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
So for us, it's very okay. For Kun Kay, she's has many friends on the ladies' side, so we can check them up. It's like maybe 95%. Where they come from, what they're doing. They actually. That's the real,
So because you're starting off small, it's going to be that personal, whereby it's going to be people that you know, and you most of them you know anyway. You know they come from a good background.
Yeah.
You know whether they're working or not.
Yeah.
You know about their history and relationships, and you can make sure that you only bring ladies into the business or into the introduction agency who, you hear about these horror stories about guys being ripped off, about women being
course,
ripped off,
yeah.
and all these kinds of things. But you're going to try and eliminate all of that with
Yeah.
that personal touch.
Yeah.
So starting small with close friends
Yeah.
who are asking you already, and then from there you can start to expand out
Yeah.
to other people.
And of course we will checking for both sides.
Sure.
Just not just our lady side. Of course, you guys, gentlemen from,
Wherever, yeah.
around the world,
Yeah.
to make sure you are the person, our lady talking to you.
For that,
We got to make sure you're not scam, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see it all the time as well. When you hear about it, it's quite funny. The fact that it's not funny for the people involved, but you get these guys, like I say, dressed up as airline pilots,
Yeah.
or saying that they're top business owners and things like that, and they're not. They might be unemployed. They might not ever
They
be in a
pretend to be
position
someone else.
where they can come to
Yeah.
Thailand, and it's just wasting people's time and money. So, by doing what you're doing, the guys they're going to have to go through some kind of very, very special
Of course, yeah.
verification process.
Yeah,
Which
you
would
might
include
need to send us an ID, and then I might make a phone call with you to make sure you and the detail you're sending us or picture is the same person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that might be, and Pook's already spoken about it, it might be that you need to send a copy of your driving licence. Now, it's purely to prove that you are who you say you are.
Yeah.
Once you're verified, that data or that information will not be held on your computers.
No.
It will be destroyed straight away.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have to deal with data protection laws and anything like that. It's purely to safeguard the ladies who you're being introduced to,
Yeah.
and also to just to make sure that it's all as it should be. Yeah.
For us, can I just say for us, we start doing this because before I always have in my mind I like to do it, but it's not in abusive way, because people keep asking us, how you meet your man, and can you introduce us to someone, and now that person is increasing, growing. So and then we talking, so we can do something. For our aim is to make someone they have a happy
Get
life.
into a good life. That's right.
Together.
Yeah.
Like
Because-
us,
That's right. We've had a great life together.
Yeah.
Desi and Gay, they've got a
Yeah.
great life together, and had just got married a little while ago. Congratulations!
Yes. Yeah.
And of course that sparks the interest of all the friends and everything else.
Yeah, we just want to make, we just want to make people to be happy.
Yeah.
And also, I like to mention for the girl, they probably not are comfortable for, after you've been talking, chatting, or you click, and then your first date, we're gonna be there with the girl.
Oh, you'll
and the
accompany them,
gentleman.
yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure they both of them, both sides, feel
Compatible, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an icebreaker as well, isn't it? You know what it's like going on a blind date, even if it's not through a dating agency, if it's an introduction through friends or anything like that. Actually going to meet someone who you've never met before, sitting there and trying to make conversation can be a bit difficult. So having you guys there as well.
Yeah, we will try to make things like floating in a nice way.
Yeah, it makes it much more comfortable. And that, you said, can happen for the first and even the second
And the
date?
second, till they feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and then when they're being strong, they can fly.
They're off on their own.
Yeah, off on their own. So for the lady side, and we like to give information.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The lady
Yeah.
can send us an email,
Yes.
and if they're interesting. But at the moment, the lady on our list, so where they actually come from. So, Unke gonna tell you a little bit more.
Okay.
ครับพี่เก๋เดี๋ยวพี่เก๋ช่วยแนะนำนะคะว่าสาวๆที่ตอนนี้ติดต่อเราเข้ามานั้นส่วนใหญ่นะคะมาจากไหนบ้างรู้จักกันยังไงประมาณนั้น
เดี๋ยวต้องขออธิบายก่อนนะคะว่าสืบเนื่องมาจากพี่เนี่ยเพิ่งแต่งงานกับเดซี่เป็น
ค่ะ
ชาวหนุ่มต่างชาติชาวอังกฤษเนาะ
ค่ะ
ซึ่งเป็นเรื่องเซอร์ไพรส์สำหรับเพื่อนๆทุกคน เพราะว่าก่อนหน้านี้ที่พี่ทำงานนักการเมืองท้องถิ่นมา
ค่ะ
ค่อนข้างมีคนรู้จักเยอะ
ค่ะ
แล้วโสดมาเกือบ7 ปี
อ๋อ beenพี่เก๋ been single for a long time, and then suddenly
Yes.
get talking to foreigner,
Yeah.
ฝรั่ง and then getting married and
Yeah.
too many people very surprised and know a lot of people
Yeah.
and working with the local political
Yeah.
and when people know about the story they shock, they surprised, and then after that that's why they asking how it happened, where
Yeah.
you met him.
Yeah.
You
something like
were
that.
introduced by a friend, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, you were
Yes.
introduced to Desi by a friend.
Yes.
Okay, and Gay's got quite a high-profile job, and I think she sort of like kept it quiet for a while, and then gradually
to
built.
make sure everything is okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, like it again. I like to mention because some lady on our list, okay, they don't like to go on the dating like other too many people do. So they send out an email. They come to talk to us.
Yeah.
Can you help? To find the sweet man, the right man for
Yeah.
them. But they come to the back door. I mean, they don't want to be like open.
No.
So you can also do that. Of course, the gentleman too.
Yeah,
You can
sure.
send out an email. So your information,
All kept private.
Yeah, it's all kept private. That's why I say we do it like a personal.
Yeah, sure.
We're not, so your
Yeah.
picture you are not gonna be anywhere else.
Sure, rather
just
than-
with us. If you are a shy person, come to us to the back door, or you can send out an email. You
Yeah.
know, and we got like you can tell us what you are looking for, the type of the lady like this. Like we try to help you.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to so how can they meet and ค่ะเริ่มจากเพื่อนเมื่อกี้นี่
ใช่จากหลังจากการเซอร์ไพรส์ของเพื่อนๆแล้ว
ค่ะ
ก็มีเข้ามาทักถาม เจอกับหนุ่มคนนี้ได้ยังไง
อ่าฮะ
เดซี่ได้ยังไงที่มา
ค่ะ
ที่ไปเราก็เล่าความจริงให้ฟังว่าเกิดจากการแนะนำจากเพื่อนนะ
ค่ะ
เป็นหลักเพราะว่าเราจะไม่ได้มีการแชทในออนไลน์ทั่วไป
ค่ะ
พอเพื่อนแนะนำเราก็ทำความรู้จักกัน
ค่ะ
ทำความรู้จักกันเสร็จ
introduced by
Yes.
friends
Okay.
ทำความรู้จักกันอยู่ 2 ปีหลังจาก
They're
2
getting
ปี
to know each other
Yes.
about 2 years,
Oh.
to learn each
Just a
other.
gradual process, yeah?
Some people, they're like chatting 1 month, 2 months, and then they fly over to each other already. And then again, this is what we're gonna help you guys,
You can-
If you click with our ladies, and then you can, come over to Thailand and then meet her, and I'm the one gonna make sure you okay
Yeah.
with
Yes.
the lady not scam you, or she's a real
Genuine
one.
person. Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's that thing again. You spent 2 years
Yes.
getting to know Desi, and that's because you're very guarded. You were very, very careful. I know, but
To make
with
sure, Daisy
Yeah.
is the right one.
yeah, rather than like shouting about it before it was even built relationship, and then seeing it fail. So she made sure that everything was good.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that Pook and Gay can do a lot of that for you. They can do a lot of the research
Yeah.
and make sure that the people who are actually being matched up or meeting are looking like they can be compatible. Obviously, you wouldn't know until you actually met someone.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. But a lot of the background work will be done because you'll be doing the checks for them. It just
Yeah.
makes it easier, I think, for everyone.
Yeah. เราทั้งสองก็จะช่วยเช็คทั้งฝ่ายหญิงและฝ่ายชาย
ใช่
We check both sides
ค่ะ
Yeah.
to make sure
Okay.
you happy ending.
So, anyone watching this, if they're interested in getting involved in becoming part, how do they contact you first? Because you don't want to give all the details on here; it'll take too long.
สำหรับ
What do they do first of
สำ
all?
หรับสุภาพสตรีถ้าสนใจนะคะพี่เก๋ก็ต้อง
ถ้าสำหรับสุภาพสตรีหรือรวมไปทั้งเพื่อนๆเนาะที่
ค่ะ
ถามเข้ามา
ค่ะ
ที่ยังไม่แน่ใจว่าเราจะหาคู่ได้จริงไหม
ค่ะ
เราจะทำการหาคู่แมทมาให้ได้จริงไหมอัน
ราย
นี้
ละเอียดเป็นยังไงบ้าง
รายละเอียดเป็นยังไงบ้างต้องรบกวนอีเมลเข้ามาถาม
ค่ะ
แล้วเราคุยรายละเอียดกัน
ค่ะ
ในอีเมลหรือว่าโทรศัพท์คุยกันก็ได้
ค่ะ
เราแค่อยากส่งต่อความรู้สึกดีๆ ที่เราเคยได้รับ
ใช่ค่ะ
จากหนุ่มชาวต่างชาติที่เขามีความสม่ำเสมอ
ค่ะ
และเขาอยากจะได้ผู้หญิงไทย
อืม
ที่เราถูกสอนมาให้ซัพพอร์ตคนข้างเคียง
ค่ะ
ก็คือสามี
ค่ะ
เนาะ
ค่ะ
ซึ่งมันแตกต่างจากผู้หญิงชาติอื่น
ค่ะ
ที่อย่าง ชาวต่างชาติเขาอยากเข้ามาได้
ค่ะ
เขาอยากเข้ามามีแฟน
อืม
เป็นคนไทย
ค่ะ
เพราะฉะนั้นคุณสมบัติที่ดีของสาวไทย
อ่าฮะ
ที่ต้องการก็คือสนับสนุนแฟน
ค่ะ
ซัพพอร์ตแฟนทุกอย่างไม่ว่าจะ
อ่าฮะ
ในกรณีไหนก็ช่าง สาวๆที่ต้องการจะมีแฟนชาวต่างชาติและพูดภาษาอังกฤษไม่ได้
อือฮึ
ต้องบอกไปว่าตัวพี่เองก็นับจากศูนย์เหมือนกัน
อือฮึ
เพราะเป็นคนไม่ชอบภาษาอังกฤษเลย แต่ด้วยความพยายามที่เราอยากจะเข้าถึงเขา
ค่ะ
แล้วเขาเข้าถึงเรา
อือฮึ
ตัวปัญหาเรื่องภาษาเนี่ยไม่มีปัญหาเลยนะคะ เพราะว่าเพื่อนบางคนเนี่ยทักมาว่า
บางคู่ก็ไม่มีปัญหานะคะ มองตาก็รู้ใจ
ใช่
นะคะ
ใช่
ภาษาก็ค่อยๆ เรียนรู้ไป
ใช่
เรื่อย
อ
ๆ
ยาก
for some couple if they worry about language you know we try to support too and again you know if you would like to have someone like foreigner boyfriend husband then yourself have to
Sure.
you know speed up to but in some point if you got anything struggling we will you know help you to you know give you advice give you tip
Yeah,
you
sure.
know to
Excellent.
yeah in the
So
future
that's for the Thai ladies understanding what they do and how they get in touch. Now
Yeah.
you let the guys know if there's any
for the
English speaking people.
Yeah, for the both side, like Kunke just let you guys know if you are interested, send us an email, talk to us for more information. What we actually can help you. So for the email, we going to put in description box.
And just what is the email? Can you just
Email MyThaiDating @gmail.com.
so it's my
And we will pin it up in a comment for you too. And yeah, send us an email. I'm sure this is going to be great.
I'm sure it is too.
You know,
So it's
yeah.
mythaidating@gmail.com. Send an email. Just make an inquiry whether it be in Thai or whether it be in English, and Pook and Kay will be able to
So
help you out.
we like to you know invite to Udon Thani, so you can see more Udon Thani,
Okay.
lady or the place. So and hope you enjoy with what we're doing, what we are going to help you and giving to you. You
Sure.
know, yeah.
I'm sure they will. That's
I'm
brilliant.
so excited as you can see that. You know, I want you guys to come to join, you know, Thailand and Thai culture, and of course the lady.
That's great. So there you go. Send an email through, get on board,
Yeah.
and they'll help you meet the
I will check
perfect-
the email, so send it today.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Thank,
Thank you. สวัสดีค่ะ
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ